Hi everyone, it's Jilly here from funcraftstodo@home.com, and today I'm showing you how to make these beautiful pendants with a stained glass look to them. This technique is from a new idea I had. I wasn't sure that it was going to work, but I'm really pleased with the results and I think you will be too. My channel is called Rainbow Lane, and on here you will find a ton of my craft tutorials that you can follow along with. Before we start, please take a minute to subscribe to my channel, and also don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get regular updates of all my new videos. So, let's jump in. To make things easier for anyone that actually wants to make these pendants, I have created this list of the supplies that you will need. You can see the images here, and I've also created this list of the tools that you will need. So start by cutting out shapes from the lacy edge of your miniature paper doily. And then you need to paint the shapes that you've cut out black. Make sure you wear rubber gloves. Then, using cereal box card, cut out 5 layers for each pendant. As many of you will know, this is one of my favourite ways to craft. I love to use cereal box card because it's cheap, it would be thrown away normally, and it's great to be able to make some lovely things from junk. I am using tacky PVA glue to glue the layers together, and once they're glued together and dried, they are as tough as wood. And set them on something to dry thoroughly. When they're dry, you can sand the edges with emery board or sandpaper. And then, if you want to, this step is optional, you can paint the surface with one layer of gesso. It just kind of gives a better surface for the paint to stick to. You'll see here I'm using a Sharpie to colour the edges of the pendant, but again, you don't have to do this. You could use black paint or whatever colour you want. You're going to need some paints like these ones. These are Starlight paints from Imagination Crafts, and they're absolutely fantastic. Not sure if you can get them in America, but I'm sure there's something very similar. Now just paint randomly all over in colours that, contrast or look good together. Doesn't look very good at this point, but don't worry because everything will come clear soon. So now onto the doily shapes I cut out earlier, and you can see here there's these blocky bits that haven't got much of a lacy effect. So I'm going to use this tool. It's a paper punch tool that came with my, I think it's a Dovecraft toolkit. You can see here the paper punch, and it's got 2 extra heads that go on it with different size holes. So I'm going to use this paper punch to make my doily shapes a little bit more lacy, because if I stick them to the pendants with these blocky bits in, it isn't going to look so pretty. So I want to make more holes to give it a more lacy effect. So I'm using the various size heads on this paper punch to tap out some more holes to make it look a bit more lacy. At this point, you might be thinking, well, these shapes look a bit scrappy, but trust me, once you've got them stuck on the pendants, they look really good. Now it's time to actually stick the black doily shapes onto your painted pendant bases. You need to be quite careful at this point because the doily shapes are quite delicate, but once you've got them stuck on, they look absolutely gorgeous. Then I used Anita's 3D, what's it called? 3D gloss, I can't remember. Gosh, another senior moment there. It's Anita's 3D clear gloss. There. To finish off, I cut out the relevant shapes in black card and then I stuck them onto the back of the pendants just to finish them off nicely. And there are my finished pendants, so all I need to do now is put the bails on there. Okay, so this is the beading wire that you need to use, 20 gauge, to make these bails. You need to cut pieces of wire that are around about 5 inches long to make these bails. Oh, I love these bail making pliers. I didn't have these when I made my last video, and I have to say that the bails I made for these pendants are much better. They're still not perfect, but they're going in the right direction, and that's the main thing. If you live somewhere where you actually have trouble sourcing craft supplies, I do have 2 Amazon shops, and you can find links to my shops on my blog, which is www.funcraftstodoathome.com, and there is a link to my blog at the very end of this video on the brightly coloured screen. And in my shops, I try to stock the things that I use in the videos either exactly the same or very similar. I have, for example, got the bail making pliers and paper doilies and paints. You just scroll down to the bottom of the blog post and there you will find the link. And there's also a direct link to my craft blog at the end of every video that I put on here. If you just go right to the end, to the very end of the video, you will see there is a very colourful screen with some links, and one of those links is to my website. If you finish these pendants off professionally and take really good care to get a smooth finish on them, there's no reason why you can't sell these at craft fairs. They're very attractive, and you know, if you choose some nice bright colours, I think people would buy them. So if you are looking for um, an inexpensive source of craft materials, then this could be it. When you tell people that you want them to save cereal boxes for you, you'll be surprised at how quickly your stash of free craft materials stacks up. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to find out more, you can visit my blog, which is at the end of this video. And don't forget to subscribe and like. And if you'd like to leave a comment, please leave a comment below this video. I welcome all comments and I do try to reply to everyone. So thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!